Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back. Today, we are going to be diving back into the Foundation series. What we are doing in this series is I am covering the Ultimate ChatGPT Guidebook for Real Estate Agents. This is an ebook that we wrote, and it will take you from not knowing where to start on AI all the way to understanding and being able to use ChatGPT pretty successfully. Now, you can pick up your own copy of this if you are interested at workflowsecrets.info/WFS GPT guide. I'll throw the link down in the description, and it'll give you access for $39 to this PDF. What we did with it, the reason why it's a PDF is it is constantly evolving. We actually just updated it the other day, and we wanted to make sure that we didn't print something that you were going to get stuck with. But if you're not so sold on picking up your own copy, not a problem. This entire playlist is built out covering each and every one of the sections in this book. So by the end of this, and we are getting pretty close to the end of this, you will be able to watch every single video for free, and you will have gained the understanding and the knowledge to be successful. That is my goal for you guys. But what we are covering today is how we can build better prompts. And we do that through some frameworks, right? So there are 4 frameworks that I want to cover today that are going to help you as a real estate agent understand how to build better frameworks with inside ChatGPT. So let's dive in. So the very first framework that we are going to look at is a user-centered design, UCD. Now, this framework emphasizes the importance of understanding your design needs and goals as the user. And so how do we go about doing that? Well, first, we can ask ChatGPT to help conduct user research to understand target audiences and their needs. Cool. We can create personas based on user research to help inform design prompts. So based on what we learn about the people we are looking to work with, we can have personas built out. Now, this is like a marketing concept. And a persona is basically like a dream customer, right? Your dream customer, that's kind of a common turn of phrase. But if you were to think about, as a real estate agent, I would absolutely love to work with this person every time. It would just make my life an absolute delight. That would be your dream customer, right? And so we are conducting research onto who that is. And then we're asking ChatGPT based on what we learn and what we can share with it to generate those personas. And then after that, we need to test those prompts and gather feedback, right? So once we have those personas, we can start feeding them into ChatGPT. In the persona of a first-time home buyer in their 20s in Springfield, Missouri, with an average income of $100,000 per year. Maybe that's your dream customer, right? Whatever it is, that's going to be how you do it. So that's a really cool framework for building better prompts. You can focus in on a user persona. Now, a second framework that you can do is having task-oriented design. So what does that mean? This framework focuses on designing prompts that effectively guide you towards completing a specific task. And I'll show you an example of this that we actually took and implemented into our own software at the very end of this video. But basically, what you are asking ChatGPT to do is break down complex tasks into smaller, more manageable steps, right? Now, we've talked about single step versus multi-step prompts before in some of the other videos. That's essentially what you're doing. You're breaking down these prompts so that you can find success. Now, once you've done that, you are designing the prompts to guide the user through each of the steps for each of the tasks. So the prompt is going to help you kind of move through the series of tasks that you're doing, and you're using ChatGPT all along the way to do it. And then you're providing clear instructions and feedback throughout the process to help the user complete this task. So let's say we are focusing on helping one of our agents, one of our team members, utilize ChatGPT a little bit more effectively. What we can do is we can give them steps to break down complex tasks that they need to do, right? And then we can design prompts, or we can encourage them to design prompts or we can ask ChatGPT to help us with those prompts if we need to, that will go through each of those steps that the user needs to do. And then we can just ask either ChatGPT, or we can go ahead and write out clear instructions and feedback for how to accomplish this. Now, this is kind of the root of what a prompt engineer is and what a prompt engineer does. And so getting really good at this can be really powerful for you and really powerful for your business. But this is essentially how you do it. So that is a task-oriented design. Now we have an intent-based design. That's our next framework. And it involves designing prompts based on the intent behind the user's request. So let's say that we intend to create a lead magnet for first-time home buyers. I'm just going to keep using that as an example. We have the intention of building that, and because we know what our goal output is, that's going to be able to frame how we interact with ChatGPT to build out that resource. So that's kind of what that's saying. Now, how do we do that? We design prompts that are clarifying questions to better understand the intentions. So if we don't know where to start, if we're not quite sure what we want to do, we can ask ChatGPT to help us through some prompting, right? And then using that natural language, I like to say this is how we would Google things, right? Or how we would talk to each other. Natural language. It's not like technical language. It's not business language. It's just natural. No big deal. No stress. I always tell my athletes, low stress, high reward, right? And we're using that natural language to classify the user's intent based on their requests. So we are basically, in plain text, stating, hey, this is what I'm hoping to do. And then you give that prompt as to what you would like it to output so that you can get to that intended goal. And then after that, providing relevant and appropriate responses based on the intentions. So basically, once you start engaging with ChatGPT, you've told it what you want to do, you've asked it to articulate a specific step, you've written out the prompts to, you just follow it through, make sure that all of the outputs are correct, you're good to go, right? Now, the fourth framework, and these are all pretty lofty, so I really hope that you are not glassy-eyed over this one, but do let me know in the comments what do you think of these frameworks. I would appreciate that. Is an action outcome design. So let's dive into this. This action outcome design involves designing prompts that help users understand the actions they need to take and the outcomes that can be expected as a result. So this is another opportunity for, we know exactly what we want to create. Now we need to figure out what steps we need to take. So maybe we say to ChatGPT in our prompt, I would like to create a lead magnet for first-time home buyers in the Springfield, Missouri area. How can I ask questions that would help you build that with me? Now what we have is ChatGPT working to feed in. It's going to ask us some questions. It's going to help us understand. And then at the end of that, we're going to have the goal that we were reaching for, in this case, a lead magnet, right? So designing prompts that clearly explain the actions that a user needs to take. I need to do this, this, and this. Providing examples of an outcome. When you are inside of ChatGPT, the more context you can give, the better you're going to be. And we do that through examples. So let's say I would like to create a lead magnet for first-time home buyers. An example of this would be this. And that's going to help ChatGPT understand from the lots and lots of oodles of data points exactly what it needs to focus on. And then encourage the user to take actions by highlighting the benefits as positive outcomes for doing so. Now, this is something I absolutely love to do, but I will give ChatGPT feedback. This was really good. This wasn't quite right. I liked this. I did not like this. This is how I rewrote this. All of these things ChatGPT can then take and understand so it can start training itself a little bit better. So these are some ways that you can build better prompts, some frameworks for you that you guys can use to utilize this. So I told you guys I was going to show you how inside of our software, the Systems Accelerator Manager, we had task-oriented design. So I'm going to go ahead and click Welcome to SAM. This is the Systems Accelerator Manager. And we have been working on something called Build My Elements. Now, element isn't quite the right word for it. I still haven't figured it out. If you think you have a better name for it, I would absolutely be open to hearing it. But for now, it's an element. And you click on elements, and inside of these elements, there are several different groups from getting started, marketing leads, sales and negotiation, lots of different groups. And then each of these groups has several different elements that you need to do. Now, these elements make up the systems inside of your business. The goal for like next steps is to build out action items, things that we inside of our software can generate with you, be it content or checklists or just things that you need to input so that the system can better understand your business, helps you create more highly tuned things. But what we are doing with these is we are creating those action steps like we talked about here for the task-oriented things. So essentially, let's say I want to build my brand voice inside of the system's Accelerator manager. Well, there are going to be tasks that I have to accomplish to receive or to gather my brand voice. And so next step is to identify, okay, these are the 5 steps that if you accomplish them, you will now have your brand voice. The system will understand it so it can help you create better stuff. And then maybe, just maybe, you didn't understand it and you now have that in your own business. So this is a really cool concept that I was able to take from Framework and apply it into the software. The goal with this at the end of the day is to give you, the real estate agent, a roadmap of where do I start? I know I need to build in automations. I know I need to create systems. I finally have enough time to sit down, but where do I start? You know, and there are so many real estate agents out there who have that exact same thought. They know they need them, but they don't know where to start. And if they finally find time to do it, now they're sitting with a Google document blinking at them, right? And so this is the goal behind this piece of the software, the Build My Elements. You know, that's kind of a really powerful use case for how we can do something in ChatGPT that is going to be better than manual. And then I've taken it and I've made it even easier for you as a real estate agent. I like to say, you are the real estate expert. I don't want to be the real estate expert. I want you to be the real estate expert. I understand AI. I understand systems. I understand real estate technology. Let me be the real estate technologist. Let me create something incredible that makes your life much easier, that helps you build and grow and scale and create the things you need to be successful. Then we'll just team up at the end. But that's what I have for you guys to share today. Hopefully those frameworks make sense to you. If you're interested in picking up a copy of Our Best Workflow Secrets, that is the book, excuse me. If you are interested in picking up the ultimate ChatGPT guidebook for real estate agents, that is the thing that we were just covering. The link is down in the description. It's $39. It gains you access unlimited to the most updated PDF that we have. And at this point, this document is over 150 pages, and all of those pages are designed for you as the real estate agent to gain that foundation of understanding from AI and then dive a little bit deeper. Like I said, these are, you know, we're getting pretty close to the end of this series. So this is not a entry level concept. These frameworks are a little bit more advanced, but we have just a plethora of videos. And if you'd like to pick up your own copy, that's a great way to support us. But other than that, I hope you're having a really great day, and I will talk to you very soon.